I do favor Among Us, but it's very close. I think the drafts are pretty competitive. It's going to be down to execution here, Mike, and it's going to be a really tight matchup here. It's going to the big test for Among Us, as a lot of people want to say. Is falling a bit behind. Armel's starting to leverage that wave clear he has. Of course, there's a big wave here for Abed to take, and it sort of evens out from that. Power runes are going to be important. That's about 1 minute left, and you look up top. It's not a good spot.
March does go down for that first blood. Armel also falling extremely low, but March will be there to help him out.
That's these missed kill opportunities do hurt. Have to tighten up that coordination. Small mistakes like that, TNC is going to be very happy with getting away with. And you can see Armel double damage rune into his stacks.
Nice kill onto Tim's there from Whitemon. Feeling good about that one on the Disruptor. Of course, would have loved to give it over to his carry, but couldn't really dive that T1 tower. And now Armel in that mid lane needs to run, but he doesn't want to because Abed is going to take these stacks away. Needs the posture around this camp, but he just can't afford to. I believe they might try and group up now and get onto Abed. March gonna circle around with the Fortune's End. Abed gonna hold out with the Refraction, but there's your Avalanche Toss. Stampede will be out from Cuckoo. Armel will skewer forward, but doesn't have the RP available, so he can't lock Abed down, and he will be fine to run away. Still Tony Stark now. We'll go on to Jabs, and Jabs, he's gonna cookie up to the high ground into the neutrals, but Tims is gonna be there to toss him back into Tony Stark, and the Ursa will manage to pick up the kill.
Oh yeah, it's a lovely time for Tony Stark. Early rotation out, but they do manage to spot out the stack. He empowered the Ursa, he can run down lanes, he can run down heroes.
Savage.
That's something Among Us has to be careful about.
Savage is looking at mid lane. He has that Chrono and MOM up. He's going to loop around past the T1 tower, and he's going to spot out March. He'll go for the Oracle first. Abed going to jump in with his own Blink Dagger, and that'll be March gone. Now KP getting caught out by Jabs, and there'll be your Chrono and the Mortimer's Kisses to fly out. And that's just a great rotation out from Among Us. That's the one of the reasons why the Magnus was so strong in the first place, is you could jungle so early with that Empower up. But he is going to be a bit more limited now, and well, matters are only getting worse for TNC as Cuckoo has farmed so freely that he has a Blink Dagger up on the Centaur. There goes Whitemon. He does go down to the Disruptor. They are going to try and get around Cuckoo and force out that Stampede, but Tims is just blocking the way and is ready now with the Avalanche Toss to go back in on the Centaur, and this should be a very easy kill out onto Cuckoo. KP with a double kill on the Void Spirit, but mid lane. Abed gonna chase down Armel for a bit.
But with the blink, you know, the Magnus can set up opportunities here, and Among Us, they should be aware, but they are still staying clumped up.
No, looking at Savage, does just commit the RP onto the Void, and they all just jump him straight away. Savage is blown up, and now it's on to Cuckoo. Stampede already committed, so they're gonna try and sneak the Roshan. RP still 1 minute away. TNC, looks like they have got a whiff of what's happening, but they can make it perhaps. No, KP doesn't jump in, and he's been caught out by the Static Storm of Whitemon. The nice pick up there for Among Us.
Yeah, punished for that move forward, bringing us to a drawn kill board 5-5, 1k lead for Among Us still. They have the Chrono, RP still half a minute though.
Tim's tried to blow up Whitemon, but now he might pay for it. He's being controlled in that kinetic field, and he's going to be stunned up, at March will be there to try and save, but Abed now going to take his life away instead, and it looks like Tims might die anyway, but Stark's going to jump in, try and help out his support. Tims will survive for now. He'll make a run for it. They're back onto Tony Stark, but here comes Armel. He has RP in 5 seconds. He just needs a bit of time. KB buying that time for him. Still waiting. Armel going back in after Cuckoo. Will take down the Centaur, but now the Chrono is out from Savage. They could not get the RP in time, and Savage will turn this team fight back around for Among Us. Now going on to Tony Stark with the cookie. He's not going to be able to reach, and Tony will be fine to walk out. But Among Us are going to be very, very happy with that trade. It's a 2 for 4.
The bright side here for TNC is that they've got Chrono, they've got RP while the Chrono is down. So it's now TNC's turn perhaps to look for some aggressive plays forward.
Tims trying, gets the Avalanche Toss onto Whitemon again. Static Storm going to be dropped. Tims, he couldn't finish off the kill yet. March is trying to help him out. They will cookie. Savage, or rather, the Ursa. Stark is going to be in trouble. Savage still chasing him down. The Enrage is going to buy time, but Abed is there and should be able to wipe him out. Pony Stark still on the run. They miss a hit. Armel, he's got the RP, he's waiting for the right moment, and he will commit it onto two heroes and Stark. He'll turn back around now with some damage out. A great skewer from Armel back into the tier 2 tower, and with the avalanche now from Tims, they can fight back. They'll get the Aegis onto Abed, and they'll also kill Cuckoo. But Jabs jumping back in now with the cookie, but Armel has got too much damage and too much control. They'll get rid of Jabs, but Abed still wants to fight. It's not going to be enough. He will drop. And so does Savage. The only person to survive was Whitemon.
That's a wonderful win there for TNC. And you can see the focus of both teams to play around those timers. You know when the chrono is down and you've got RP, you've got the advantage. Now, both spells are down. They're still going to look for the defense. Can't give this tier 1.
Cuckoo, avalanche toss out. KP jumping straight in with the Aether in to latch on. And now Armel just going to skewer Cuckoo away. He does get the Stampede off in time, and he will not make it out. Tims throwing the tree, and that was just barely enough damage to secure the kill. Of course, while that was happening, 23 Savage did get the MKB up and does also have Chrono up, so they want to go for a big smoke. Do scan out March. Tony Stark right behind him. Savage won't be able to get the Ursa, but he might be able to get 2 more. They'll jump March with the Static Storm. Tony, he's posturing around Savage. And Savage is jumping back in. Commits the Chrono now to Tony Stark with the kisses to fly out, and that might just be your Ursa gone. March, he bought back. And glimpse back onto Tims now. They'll go after the Tiny. Tims might just also be dead, but March, he has the false promise. He may commit here, but no, he does not. And March, you don't want to die like this. You just bought back. But Savage is not going to let him get out of here for free. KP asking him to not ruin his hiding spot right now. He is very scared of Among Us. Looks like KP will at least be able to hide. But Fnatic, or excuse me, rather Among Us, have smoked up. Because the name tags haven't changed yet, John. And we might see the gobble up. It's Among Us. Glimpse back is going to be there onto Tony. He will enrage immediately. Now the gobble up onto Abed. Straight onto Tony Stark. But Abed going to jump around. Savage looking for a chrono attempt. They're going to focus down Tims on the Tiny. Abed is going to be able to clean him up. Now Savage still moving forward, knowing they are trying to TP out, is looking for some more stragglers. And March, well, he's going to try and TP, but there will be a glimpse out from our Disruptor. And March is going to be stuck in the tree line to try and figure this one out. But he cannot. He is going to go down, and they found another. KP stuck in the Static Storm. 23 Savage is not going to allow Whitemon to go down. He'll take the kill for himself. And it'll be a 3 for nothing.
Second rush for the game, Aegis Cheese. It doesn't even last that long. It's just gone.
Another great Roshan out for Among Us. Gonna group up, smoked up. They know that the Dire jungle is occupied by Among Us, but that smoke is gonna wear off, and it is becoming very, very obvious that the smoke was happening. Still KP gonna show himself now. Tim's gonna make a jump onto Abed, but there's Savage going onto that Tiny. There's your Gobbler. The RP gonna be cancelled by the hoof stop from Cuckoo. No, he misses the RP. And Tims is already gone. With that RP gone, they are just going to go for the team fight, and Savage gets a 2-man chrono off with the kisses to fly in, and Among Us, they are dominating the side of TNC. They're making it look easy, John. They are making it look very, very easy. They'll just retreat back to safety. Time to farm up some tier 3 items for themselves, I think. And see what are they up to. They're gonna try and re-invade this jungle. Savage thrown onto the cliff, and now BKB's up. I'm not sure this is where he wants to be. Tony Stark is controlling him, but Savage is now gonna try and fight back up against the Ursa. He'll time walk away. They'll stampede, trying to retreat, but Abed, he'll go onto Tims instead. That Tiny gonna melt to the damage of this TA, and now they look to reinitiate. Mel, he had RP in 10 seconds. He just needs more time. March, however, into the static storm now. He can't do anything to get out of this and is going to get bursted by Cuckoo. Here comes Tony Stark back into the team fight. Mel's got that RP back up. But Savage, well, he has Chrono in 30 seconds. It's going to be a bit of time. So Mel, he'll jump back in. There's KP taking all the attention away. But Mel cannot find a good RP opportunity. He's still looking for it. Savage does get RP'd now. There's Tony Stark jumping in front. The avalanche coming out from Tims and Cuckoo, just stunning everyone up. And now the gobble up, the follow-up stun from Jabs into the Mortimer's kisses. They are melting again under the rain of fire from Jabs. Oh, he's just chain stunning them with the gobble up now, John.
Oh, man, the style to get that kind of save in March. Last one alive, not for long, gonna be punished. Abbott gives him the clap.
Oh, Abbott's got an ultra.
TNC. Mike, Among Us, they're dancing. These are the top dogs of TNC.
He's having the time of his life, and of course, in classic Jabs fashion, he's offering people water with that sticker. Not many people tend to accept the offer though, which is a bit upsetting. KB, he'll jump in, trying to buy more time. But that Rax is certainly set to go. Armel gonna go for a skewer. Savage, he's got the Chrono again, and Arbed just rips Armel to shreds.
March?
There's your gobble up once again, connecting on two. March can't do anything here, and Savage gonna find another in the form of KB. More stickers being dropped. Jabs has got more cups of water, but the GG has been called. TNC, they lose game one, and Among Us, John, I hate to say it again, but they made it look easy.
I mean, this was their test, Mike. This is the big team, the top dogs in groups, the top dogs in C right now.
If they can pull off this this game 2 victory, TNC and Among Us going into it, Among Us are going to be feeling very, very confident. Understanding exactly where Armel's going to be, and look at this, he's just taking all his stacks away, and Armel, he doesn't really have the mana pool nor the damage to fight back, so he's going to have to call in March to help him out, but you've also got Jabs there to make sure Arbed stays safe.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to stack for yourself, you stack for your own, and you steal
Gabby
them. Cool.
Just solo picks off Cuckoo, commits a Sonic Wave, does get the kill. But bot lane, KP's being chased down, and 23 Savage able to get a kill as well. So both position ones getting a trade across the map. It'll be a 1-for-1. Apart from Poison Nova, which KP didn't really level up, you haven't really got Swap yet either because March is at 5. But you've got the Sonic Wave. KP, of course, getting some nice vision there with the Plague Wards. But Arbed won't zip in yet. He's just waiting for that right moment. Go in with a Shadow Poison onto Jabs, and now Gabby forced to blink out. They'll use the Stampede, chasing down KP on the Venom, and it looks like KP is going to die, and now a great overgrowth out from Whitemon with the egg out from Jabs, and they are just melting for the side of TNC. Armel is going to lose his own life, and that's a 3-for-0 trade for Among Us.
Just outstanding plays. You've got Tim's being sneaky though. He has the Avalanche toss.
Oh, nice Sonic Wave out from Gabby to finish it off. TNC trying to fight back 2v5. They're going to get 2 kills out of this. They will lose the mid-tier 1 tower.
Yeah, big kills. Slowing down Savage, punishing him for being full agi, which, you know, you don't mind has the morph, but it wasn't safe. They didn't. They actually did have a sentry, but right outside of range of Tim's walking. So lucky rune find, maximizing that trade. You're still not too happy about the tower.
Oh, Arbed. Right on target. Does manage to pick off Gabby there on the Queen of Pain, who was trying to deal with Jabs on the Phoenix, and Jabs will give him the tip. P going to be in a spot of danger. It's mid lane. He does get the Hood of Defiance up, and Arbed not getting the zip he quite wanted. Geek Fam are smoked around, and KB stuck around the corner, so he is going to go down. Does get the Poison Nova off in time, but it's not really going to mean anything. So nobody is there to capitalize off this. But little do they know, they will be fighting into the Orchid of Gabby, and as well as that, the Blink Deso now of Armel. The blink just out on the courier, flying out to Armel as we speak. And so KB, he's going to TP up towards that top lane with Tims, and they want to get this fight started, but Savage jumping straight in, bursting down March. Now KB, that is just too much damage to take. He is also going to die. And TNC, they have not timed this well. There's your Stampede out on Jabs. He's going to dive in after Armel, drops the egg right on top of his head, and with the Sonic Wave, it doesn't even connect on anyone. It kills off Cuckoo, but that's going to be it. Meanwhile, Among Us will clean up 4 of TNC's heroes for 1. Gabby, the only man to survive this. KP don't really have the best teamfight abilities without it, but they're going to go after the Roshan play. There is vision from the side of Among Us. They know that it will happen once Tims' smoke does wear off, but for now they are unaware. Now the pings are starting to come out. Cuckoo, he realizes, but he gets swapped in. He cannot Stampede yet. It's on cooldown, so he is going to die. Now Savage wave forming in after KP. He also just blew up March, but they've lost Jabs. Still, Roshan. Armel will get back to it. Your Bloodstone is now up on Armel, but he's been silenced by Gabby. He does use the active of the Bloodstone, but he is going to die. Oh, and that's a big deal. He just lost those charges.
And the Roche goes on for TNC. It's not as fast as you'd expect. There is an Overgrowth and Stampede. Among Us could still try to make a play, but after losing those heroes, it doesn't look like
They're going to smoke. They're going to try, but the Roshan is going to drop. Get Cuckoo. He does jump in, but Armel has already got the Aegis up. Now the Sonic Wave out from Gabby, connecting on 2. Tims will fight back. Does kill off Cuckoo. But they have got the Aegis down. Savage still in the middle of all this. Wants to focus Armel. No, he was going after KP, but nobody is focusing down that egg apart from KP. And well, he's going to get stunned up, and they are just going to melt once again on TNC's end. As Among Us still manage to take the team fight and do end up winning it out.
They killed 6 heroes because they had to go through the Aegis. So those tools are starting to line up here for TNC. Might see that come out in probably the next defense, as Among Us are the ones, you know, they're the ones being aggressive. They're the ones with control on the map right now.
Oh, Tims, he tries to go onto Arbed with that avalanche toss, but he is all alone. Of course, he did take the banner away from Arbed, but it's going to cost him his life. And that kind of goes to show you how desperate TNC are right now in this game number 2. I can't see the Roach timer now. Apparently, the game's just completely bugged out with that, so I guess it's up to you to tell me when, John.
It's about a minute 20 off, so a bit more time until the Roach still. Abed
gonna jump in after March, and they blow him up. Cuckoo, great stomp out onto Tims with the avalanche follow-up and the toss from Savage, and that is Tims also dead. And they're going to start this high ground push. Both supports cannot buy back on TNC. Savage wave forming forward, going back in with an avalanche and Arbed. He gets the vortex off into the Overgrowth and the egg to be committed by Jabs, and they are laughing at them. Armel can't do anything. Oh, they just get destroyed in this mid lane, and now the T4s. They're not even going to wait. They don't even want the mid racks. Straight onto the T4s.
Swap.
March. He swaps Jabs in, swaps him back in, but he's got a Ghost Scepter. And Jabs is just politely trying to offer some water to March. And March is just being ungrateful, John. He doesn't want the water.
You wouldn't either when your base is on fire like this. You're gonna have to buy back.
Yeah, but you don't want Savage to be the one offering that water, John. His water hurts just like that.
Ooh.
Tims gonna go down, but there's your Sonic Wave out from Gabby onto all 3, but it doesn't seem to matter. They get Whitemon, they get Jabs, but Gabby might just end up dying here to Savage, or even KP might, as the blink is forward from Savage, and he does end up killing off both of them in the fountain. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Arbed's still going after March and that Venge, but here comes Savage once again. They'll give a kill over to Arbed, and they've called that the GG is there. The Ancient is under siege, and they cannot defend for the side of TNC. And Among Us, they win this series 2-0.
Oh man, this was the test, Mike. This was TNC's full roster, and Among Us still managed to dance around the Sea Dream team is a dream team for that reason.